Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Pardon Our Honesty. I'm Tiffany,
I made it.
and today we're talking about my favorite subject because, child, it is beating on me like nobody's tomorrow. We're talking about menopause.
And perimenopause.
It's a BITCH.
Yeah. So this week, I think I've come across more women like struggling.
Struggling.
Like, I'm angry. I don't know why. Motivation. I don't know why. And my libido is down. I don't know why. And I feel like we all know it's a phase that we're going to hit, but I don't think a lot of people recognize it when it hits.
And until you said that today, I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I'm angry. My anxiety is off the chart. I can't figure out why I can't bring myself down and regulate. I'm just don't want to do anything. I could stay in the house all day, mess with plants, never talk to anybody, never go outside, never interact with anything and be happy. I mean, I'm not happy. I'm still kind of sad, but it's just,
But
it's
you're not
awful.
stressed. Yeah.
It's awful.
So when I looked at so I don't know if I am or I'm not. Like there's some things I feel like I might be, then other things I'm not. And maybe there's things I don't even notice. Like you might notice more of my personality than I don't. A lot of times we don't notice the things ourselves.
Mhm.
So I just asked the 20 most under the radar perimenopause and menopause symptoms.
Mhm.
One is rage or sudden irritability, not just mood swings. It's like unexpected anger or having a short fuse when typically you were very patient.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of my friends just said that. Like, I used to be so patient. Now I'm just always like,
I am. Like, I am very much. And Ed asked me the other day, why do you get so angry? And I was like, I'm not angry. I just don't like this. And he was like, oh, okay, then. And he kind of walked away
yeah.
like, oh, Jesus, she's different. What's wrong with her?
And I think too, like, our partners suffer a lot.
He does.
And if they don't educate on it, because, you see and hear about this all the time. They just think their partner's being a bitch or, whatever. And they're not really recognizing this phase of life either. And I think it's a huge learning for both
Yeah.
the male person of the relationship and the female person. I've got to learn how to adjust and change, and you've got to learn to recognize what I'm going through.
Yes.
Um, Anxiety that appears out of nowhere. Even women with no history of anxiety can suddenly experience panic attacks, excessive worry, or feeling of impending doom.
So, one thing that I did notice when I had my panic attack with you guys about a month ago, before that, I only had one. And when that happened, I was asking myself, where the heck did this come from? Why did it just happen all of a sudden? Because I've never been a person that just kind of just lost it without any trigger. The first time I had one, it was a trigger. I knew what it was. Okay, I was able to calm myself down probably like 10 minutes later. This time, it was probably an hour. A
Yeah.
whole I just couldn't I didn't know what it was, why it was. I couldn't calm myself down. And then I would think about something else and it just would ramp back up. Oh my God, they see me crazy. I'm like just like Miss Lily. I can't control myself. And then I would go high again. And then Ed would ask me a question, are you okay? And I just go high again. I didn't understand it. And when I talked to the doctor, they're like, oh, you want this new little pill? No, help me understand what the hell am I
Yeah.
going through?
Yeah.
What is this? But yeah, it was bad.
Well, I also think too, like if you have a hormone thing too, and like say you get a little anxiety, because I think the person that was around us started it
Mm.
for you because you were uncomfortable. And then I think like when the anxiety goes up and you can't get it down, that's probably part of that now. The self-regulation's harder,
Yeah,
which is out of your control at that point.
it was awful.
Heart palpitations, fluttering, racing, pounding heartbeat that can be frightening, but it's usually hormone related.
I have those.
Yeah.
And I I got so scared that, oh shoot, something's wrong with my heart that I went to the doctor. She sent me to the cardiologist and they're like, baby, you're okay. Nothing wrong with you. And I was like, what the heck? But my heart is doing this weird stuff.
Yeah.
But I had no idea that was related to
I mean, I did that too. Well, I did that like 2 years ago when Nick had his heart thing. I would always get these sharp pains in my heart and it came back to be nothing either. So it's probably hormones or
Yeah.
stress or
Yeah.
whatever. But,
Yeah.
you're thinking when I was doing this article, a lot of it said a lot of women will initially think they have a health problem
Yes.
before they think perimenopause or menopause. They think, oh, I'm having a heart thing or I'm having this, when a lot of times it all comes back to
Mm.
this. Brain fog, forgetting words, losing your train of thought, walking in a room, forgetting why, difficulty concentrating. That is me all. I mean, I have a note on my door that says, do not forget to let Dottie in. Do you see it?
I did see that, but I just
Because
thought,
I've been leaving the dog outside and leaving, just forgetting.
oh, wow. I think sometimes you can see me as I'm trying to think about my next thought when we're doing the podcast that I just kind of lose it or my words start
Yeah.
slowing
Or you
down.
forget.
Right? And the hell was I about to say? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Say this and hurry up. Get
Like
it out before
mid-thought.
I forget.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like mid-thought. And then you're like, wait, what was I going with that? I also, though, do think we're very distracted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're trying to read our text, talk at the same time, read a book. We don't, like, I'm obsessed with, like, not getting, like, trying to prevent dementia or Alzheimer's. And a lot of the things I read is like, sugar related, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it says you're not training your brain. You're always
Okay.
quick thoughts, the short videos,
Okay.
the being distracted.
Hmm.
You increase your symptoms because you're just not focused. So then I'm
Okay.
like,
You gotta be focused. Stop multitasking. That shit don't work.
it don't work.
Stop.
Don't tell Nick I said that. Joint pain and stiffness. Estrogen helps reduce inflammation. As it drops, many women start to develop aching knees,
Yep.
shoulders, hips, and hands.
Yeah, my knees hurt and my elbow hurts. Oh, my back is the worst. That's partially service, but probably some of the menopause stuff too.
I've noticed it in my hands.
Wow.
Like, I was freaking out like 2 months ago because I was like, why do I have such a hard time with my fingers and my hands?
Really?
And then this is probably, I don't know if it's related or not, but I'm also overweight. So I have to account for that. But my plantar, what do you call it? Plantar fasciitis is so bad recently. Like, it hurts to walk. And I'm like, well, between my weight and probably my low estrogen, it's probably not helping. I've never heard of this, but frozen shoulder, surprisingly common.
The lady at the gym, she says it just gets stiff. It hurts real bad. She sometimes can't lift it up, and there's nothing she can do about it. She just has to wait. Like, it just doesn't work.
It obviously is a very common thing, they say.
Wow.
So I wonder if she thinks it's a
No,
medical
she
condition.
thought it was a medical condition.
See?
She'd been going to the doctor for, I think, at least 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Finally, they told her it was frozen shoulder. And she was like, I just got to wait. And I was like, what do you mean? There's nothing you can do? And she was like, no.
That's
I
what
was like, that's crazy.
Burning mouth syndrome, a burning sensation on the tongue, lips, or mouth without a. I'll tell you, I have a lot of dry mouth now. I don't know if that's it. I could drink and chew gum, and I feel like, and that's a new thing in like the last month. So I'm assuming that could, I don't know.
Yeah.
Itchy skin or crawling sensation. Some women feel like bugs are crawling on their skin, especially at night.
I do get that sometimes, and it just feels like, and it happens all of a sudden. I'm just like, what is that on my skin? I feel what's happening, and then it'll be like, well, you got cooties, go shower. And I'm like, I don't have cooties. This is just weird. What's going on?
That's funny. Changes in body odor.
No.
Mine hasn't gotten any worse. I mean, but I wear deodorant all the time and I reapply, so I don't know if I would notice.
I probably wouldn't notice.
I don't notice. Maybe I'm thinking I don't have a problem and I do. I don't know.
That is hilarious.
Weight gain around the abdomen despite eating and exercising.
Yes, I cannot get rid of this, y'all.
Yeah.
I see it.
And that's hormone. I mean, I always say that.
And I blame it on, I drink. I don't eat a lot of sugar.
But it's probably not just that. I think they said it's the hormones because they build up in that area.
But then I had 2 cesareans as well. So I blame it on, I drink, and then I had 2 cesareans, the muscle's been cut, so it's never just gonna be flat.
Yeah.
But I do feel like all the stuff that I do with exercise and diet,
you think you
like,
see,
why is this happening?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I definitely am just fat.
No, you're not.
I eat a lot and I don't exercise.
Yes,
So-
and I don't even know. So
I eat very bad and then I eat a lot, so I can't even compare. Increased sensitivity to alcohol. 1 glass of wine may now lead you to poor sleep, anxiety, or worse hangover than before.
No, I don't hear it, bro.
Okay, so I got too much of a good tolerance. Oh my God, that's terrible. Sleep disturbances without hot flashes. Waking up at 2 to 4 a.m. regularly is a common complaint. I do, but I still go to the bathroom.
I go to the bathroom. I'm either pouring sweat or I dreamed something crazy and woke up like, okay, I need to wake up so that when I go back to sleep, I could change this dream
Yeah.
and stop dreaming about something crazy. But if I do not take a sleep aid, I'm not going to sleep, period. I will be up 2, 4, 6. And then at 7 a.m., I fall into a deep coma and I don't even understand it. Like I can't wake up. And then it's 10 and I'm like, how the hell did I sleep
Till 10.
that
Yeah.
long? Like what happened? But
Yeah.
that's not
I
it.
literally, my whole life up until this year, y'all are gonna dog me out, but I slept with the bed warmer, even in the summer.
Really?
I turn that thing on and I like to be warm. But now I go to bed and I gotta turn the fan on because about 2 in the morning I am dripping sweat.
Yeah, I can't.
So I
I would
can't. I've
die.
seen the adjustment now that
Yes.
I don't like to be cold. But I go to bed with a fan on
Yes.
because I wake up still like 2 or 3. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm sweating, so I got the fan on. Then I get cold because the fan's on and I'm sweating, but I'm cold, so it's
Mhm.
making me cold. So it's like,
Yeah. So I cannot go to sleep unless the temperature is at between 67,
oh, it's
69.
cold.
But I do still have to have a blanket.
Yeah.
I don't it's just something about the blanket, but I am pouring sweat. This morning I had my arm like this and the sweat fell on my lip and I jumped up, was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Sweating.
Sweating my ass off like no tomorrow. And that never happened to me when I
Yeah.
was younger. Never.
Loss of confidence. Many women
Mhm.
start describing feeling unlike themselves and struggling with self esteem. I can see that. I have a
I
lot of
can
friends in our age
see
range now
that,
that,
but I would have never attributed that to menopause. I would have just thought this is part of my upbringing or what I
yeah.
experienced in life over and over.
Wonder if like
That
people deal with it all the time, but then with the hormone change, you just don't have the control over those feelings as much anymore. And then you start feeling like,
because you're losing the estrogen and you're
yeah,
losing, I think, your testosterone as well. And so that's crazy.
could be affecting how
Yeah.
you see yourself when before you were fine.
When
Now
you,
you're
because
like,
maybe the testosterone help you be confident. Like
yeah,
I'm a sexy lady. I can walk around naked if I want to. Look
yeah.
at
And then
me.
now you're like,
Wild.
I can see that. I mean, I feel like I'm around enough people in our age group that I see the change from, unless they're like on their weight loss medicine and done all that stuff, because then there's another side,
Okay.
but the rest I feel like are more conservative or they're like, they complain about their hair or this or that. You know what I mean? Like they just feel less confident.
I complain about my body, what it looks like. Notorious for walking.
But I feel like that's women in general.
But then, and so that's the other thing.
But does it
So
get
some
worse?
of these
Or
things feel like this is just stuff that women have always gone through, like raising kids. There could be days where you have the whole, these kids are getting on my damn nerves. The kids they
yeah,
just mess up everything. I'm pissed off. And there are other days you're like, oh, I love my family. I love my
yeah.
kids. My life is so great. But so
Maybe it's a
it feels
heightened
like
thing though. Like,
everything that we should be noticing is already normalized, so we don't notice it
right.
or we
Or
don't
we
think
excuse
it.
it away.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just a woman. We're just a woman. So
that's crazy.
dry eyes, I will contest to that.
What?
I started getting dry eyes 2 years ago. I mean, I don't know if it's hereditary because my dad had it, but I have dry eyes horribly.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta do that. You have watery
Yes,
eyes too.
yes.
And it's opposite what people think. It's not dry eyes.
No,
Your
it's
eyes
not.
water all the
Mhm.
time. And so if you start having really watery eyes,
And your tears just come. So
keep coming and
typically in allergy season or especially in the mornings, I tell Ed all the time, my eyes are crying. I can't get them to stop. But
yeah.
you got to use the drops and you got to use them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's tinnitus, so ringing in the ears. I've never
Wow.
noticed that.
I thought that was from the military.
I mean, did you
Should
have
be
it your whole
honest.
life or it just
No.
started?
It just started one day.
Yeah.
But
So
I
it
was in
says
my
some
30s, I
women
think.
notice ear ringing during hormone fluctuations. Sound it out.
Yes.
Fluctuations.
I would blame that on the military.
Digestive changes, bloating, constipation, gas, changes in gut health can become more common and overlooked. Which I agree. I think that's
why I told you my 4 days is common.
yeah.
And sometimes it'll be 4 days, and then sometimes it's every day, and then sometimes it'll go back to 4 days, and I just felt that's okay, that's normal.
Well, and they do say that gut health causes a lot of other issues
yeah.
too. So when you don't balance your gut biome, it can cause a lot of other symptoms in addition. So I think it's something too that women don't really focus on like they probably
Yes.
should. Like we were talking, how often do you go to the bathroom? Like some people think it's normal every 4 days. It's probably not. So like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, and we overlook it and just go, that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. But really, it's probably not healthy.
Probably not good.
Electric shock sensations, brief zaps or tingling feelings that can occur before a hot flash. I don't
Never had that. I've had the zaps, but I attributed that to medication that I'm taking, that if you don't wean yourself off of it, you get the brain zaps. So,
Yeah.
but no, freak me out. I'm going to the doctor and say, what's wrong with me?
Yeah. Like, help me.
Yes, because what the hell?
Muscle loss and weakness. Loss of estrogen accelerates
Yes.
muscle decline, making strength training increasingly important. And I will say, you read that a lot. A lot of women do
Mhm.
cardio, but they're
Yes.
not doing any strength training. And we really need
You need
muscle
the strength
development the
training.
older you get.
Yes.
So, like, if you've got bands at home, loose weights, I mean, push ups, self
Chair
weight, yeah,
exercises.
anything self weighted.
Yep.
But they're saying that, like, once you hit 40, you really should focus on muscle
Yeah. 'Cause you want to
strength
be
training.
I do strength training because I want to make sure if I fall out of the bed
You
at
can get
60,
yourself
I
up.
could pick my little fat self up and get back up. And that was something that I did notice with my biological mother. Every single week, at least 2 to 3 times a week, they were calling me from the nursing home saying she fell out of bed. And
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you fall out of bed? But she
She
could pick
couldn't get
herself
herself
up.
up. And I think with that too is mobility.
Yeah.
Like I know there's some ladies at work that do mobility classes. I can say I've never been quite very flexible, but I could see how much worse it's gotten.
Mhm.
Like that would probably be a great class because like you
Yoga.
said, being able to do things yourself, pick things up, move in certain ways. I don't want to be Amy on a walker if I don't have to be, you know.
Right.
Low motivation. Not necessarily depression, but feeling of I just don't care about things I used to. And that has come up a lot with friends of ours. Just not wanting to leave the house, not motivated to go to work, generally very happy people, social people, and just not,
It's not motivating.
yeah.
And you guys are looking at me like, Tiffany, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I even thought about quitting my work. Like, why would I do that? I mean, I can, but I enjoy it. When I'm really into it, I'm really into it. When I'm not into it, just
Well, our other friend, I was like, well, is there anything I could do to help you? And she was like, it's biology. I'm like, I know, but is there anything I can do? Like, do I need to call you every day and say, let's go
no,
on a
that's
walk?
not.
Do I need to stop by and visit? Like, are you
Because
depressed?
I'm gonna make an excuse to be like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good. I don't want to do that. I got such. I might lie.
Yeah.
I got such to do.
Yeah.
I just
That's what
like
she said.
happy to. I don't know if I'm happy. I'm just content to stay at home, and I don't even turn the television on during the day. I'm messing with plants. I'm in the backyard.
But
I'm
see, I
playing
think
my
you're being
stupid
protective a
game.
little bit. Like she was like, Saturday, it was a beautiful day. I sat on my couch, watched TV, did not move or do anything, ate one time, then went to bed at 7 p.m. And I'm like, that's not typical for this
No,
person.
that's not
And
too
so
cool.
I'm like, are you depressed? She's like, no. I'm like, do you have dark thoughts? She's like, no, just have no motivation. And so I feel like she is getting things checked, but it's like, I hear that a lot. I have another girl that I walk with sometimes, and she's like, I just have no motivation. I don't want to do it. And it's sad because I'm like, if I can help in some way, and I feel like that some days. Some days I'm like, it takes a lot for me. And, I never even questioned it could be this. I just thought maybe I was having a bad day or a bad week or,
But I think having someone at the house, like I don't think even if I was having a low motivation with it at the house, I can't, even though I might want to, I can't just sit on the couch all day.
see, that's
and do
good though,
nothing.
then. Cause like for me,
Because I probably would.
I don't have my other two friends, they don't have anybody to help me there. So it probably does make it worse
Yeah.
because like even I'm like, I'll walk the dog. And I have no motivation to do that by myself. And then the dog acts like an asshole and I don't want to deal with it. So then I'm just like, I'm not going to go. So Um, vaginal and urinary symptoms, not just dryness, but
Mhm.
frequent UTIs, urgency,
Mm.
leaking urine, discomfort with exercise, painful intercourse, and extremely common, but often suffer in silence.
Well,
So,
because we don't want to talk about that. Who am I to tell I'm peeing in my pants?
yeah. And who's going to tell that,
I
it's
got
hurting every
you.
time I have sex or I have UTIs because people think you just sleeping around or
Yes,
something. And,
that you're being nasty about
but
something.
But I think, like everything else that we talk about on here,
Mhm.
is that so many people have the same things
Mhm.
It's just getting comfortable to say, like, this is a problem I have. Or
Right.
like for me, I think I told you, but I was leaking too. And I'm like, I am 44 years old when this started. I'm like, what the F is going on?
Mm.
So when I went to the doctor, one of the things was like eliminate caffeine. Well,
Mhm.
once I started doing that, it was a huge difference. But she said, because of my hormone changes,
Yeah.
your bladder gets weaker, things change. And
Yeah.
now I'm fine. It's much more rare that it
Mhm.
happens. But like, I'm not just going to go around telling people that.
Or like,
Like, yeah, guess
able to
what?
hold your bladder, because sometimes,
Oh
like,
God,
if I
y'all know
don't
I can't
go,
hold it.
if I don't go, I used to be able to hold it, like hold it for real. Now, if I don't go when I feel like pee on myself,
And you're rushing. Like, we got to go now.
yes, and it's like,
Anybody who travels with me or knows me, like, hey, bathroom, I'm going, hey, bathroom, I'm going, hey, is there a bathroom here? Like, I think I've ruined myself, honestly, because I go so much, but I'm always in this fear there's not going to be a bathroom where we go next. And I
not
can't hold it like 5, 6 hours like I used to.
no, no,
So, like, I'm trying to be like, I don't want to make
baby,
a fool of myself.
right?
So, and I've heard from multiple people about painful intercourse. And I can see why, because if your body is changing, the feelings of everything else has to
Mhm.
change. But again, I think that's a conversation you have to have with your partner, because if you're avoiding sex because it hurts, but you're not telling them,
They're gonna be like, "What the hell is wrong
your
with you?"
partner is going to be frustrated with you and not understanding and not be willing to look for ways to make it
Yeah,
work. So
yeah,
you have to communicate that.
yeah.
So it basically said common symptoms that most people don't talk about is the brain fog, anxiety, joint pain, frozen
Mhm.
shoulder, heart palpitations, sleep disruption, rage, loss of libido, weight gain, and unhealthy habits, and vaginal and urinary
Yeah.
changes. So I do think all of those, it's weird because we're in this age group now where all of our friends
Yeah.
are in this phase or have been through this phase.
Yep.
So it's very relatable now.
Yeah.
But when you're 30,
You
you're
don't
not
think
thinking about
about it.
this.
You don't think about it.
You're like, that's for old people.
No,
And then
it's
one
not.
day you're like, why am I sweating and my skin feels like
But
this?
because perimenopause starts, they say typically 10 years prior to you going through menopause. I don't even know how long menopause is. How long is
I
that?
don't
Is that
know.
another 10 years?
No,
So,
because like my friend, she was in perimenopause and then she went to the doctor like a year or so later, and the lady was like, you've already gone through menopause. She was like, "What?" I mean, she was really going through it in life, and she had no idea that a lot of it was caused. In hindsight, she was like, "Oh my god, all the shit that was happening to me was this." But the doctor said she already went through it,
so
so
the
it was less than 2
menopause,
years for her.
wow. So the menopause is you finally stop having your period.
Yes.
And the perimenopause is everything you go through before that. So maybe it can last more than 10 years.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know I've read 10 year. I mean, some people say you could start in your early 30s. I mean,
I'm like,
I think your family history has something to
I
do with
think
it
so too.
too.
Because I think my biological, or maybe she had a hysterectomy. Now, I've had a partial hysterectomy, but I still have my ovaries, which are producing the estrogen and all that stuff. But even in talking about all these symptoms, I have experienced going to my physician and saying, "Hey, lady, I got all this crazy shit going on with me. I want to consider HRT, hormone replacement therapy." She absolutely adamantly is like, "No, you don't need that. It's bad. Don't get it. Don't even try it. We don't even talk about it. Let's move on to the next subject. What else you got wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What the heck?" But because I've had mammograms where I've had to be called back, and one of the things they say is if you do the hormone replacement therapy, it increases your chance of breast cancer.
But haven't they
That
debunked that?
I don't know shit. I
There's a
have no
whole
idea.
there's a whole thing.
But because I get callbacks, I'm like, with my mammograms, I'm like, well, shit, I'm too scared because what if
Yeah,
the things
there's
I
a whole
have
thing, a
turn
whole
into
study
cancer?
where they've tried to debunk that the hormone therapy
Yeah, I
is
did see that.
because they say if you don't do hormone
It makes your
replacement,
body worse.
you can increase your risk to breast cancer because your body's working harder and it's lacking the things it needs. So I feel like that's another thing. What is right and what is wrong? What is
Depending
right?
on
What
who
is
you
wrong?
damn ass. If you
Yeah,
go
some
to
people do pellets, some people do shots, some people do it all natural. They just get natural supplements and they do,
yeah,
you know, is it about your quality of life?
it should be.
Or is it about what's medically this person, that person? And I think it's what doctors like. If you have an
Right.
old school doctor, they're going to say no hormones.
Nope.
A new doctor might say, even an all natural doctor might say, you need hormones because you
Yes.
can't do this on your own.
Yes.
So what's right and what's wrong?
It depends on who you ask. like you said, my doctor, she's an older physician, and I'm looking to go to somebody else because I'm like, this can't be the only answer. And while, yes, maybe I have, benign little masses in my breasts, okay, but they're not cancerous. And what is going to prevent them from turning into
Because
cancer
how do you
if
know
I'm
you're not getting
losing?
that because your estrogen and everything is so low?
My physician would say, so you drink coffee. Stop drinking coffee. That's what she tells me.
I'm obsessed with
Mhm.
Alzheimer's. If you drink 2 to 3 black cups of coffee a day with caffeine, it, like, reduces your chance, like,
I love
28%.
it. I love it. And I drink my
So,
black.
like, what are you fighting? Your brain?
Uh-huh.
Your boobs? Your like, I feel like everything you look at is like pro for this, con for this, con
Yes.
for this, pro for this. Now you're choosing, do I want my brain? Do I want my boobs? Do I want my belly?
Do
Do
I
I want
want to
my
live longer
right,
and be like able to function and
right?
do stuff? Because your estrogen also helps with your calcium in your bones. So
Mhm.
as you age, you're losing calcium. And if you replace the estrogen you lost,
Yep.
it'll make your bones
Because
stronger.
that's a lot of women our ages and older have brittle bones. They fall, they're breaking a hip, they're breaking an arm because the calcium's so bad. And even in like my age, I've been low iron and low
Mm-hmm.
vitamin
Mm-hmm.
D since in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So now you add the loss of estrogen, all this other stuff, and it's like, uh, we have a lot more work we have to do as women.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's like if I to say I'm on hormones, you get this group of people saying that's horrible. You should
Mm-hmm.
not do that.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not on hormones, people are like, you should take hormones. You'll feel so much better.
Yes.
And you're
Or
just like, what do I do?
have
Like,
better quality of life. So I'm in that stuck middle point where, yes, I think I should have it, but my physician is saying no. I'm a little scared because I do have issues within my body that I'm like, well, if I replace the hormones, is this going to make it worse? So I'm going to find another doctor and
at
I'm gonna go
least
to
get a
her
second opinion.
and say, lady, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
Because this is awful. I don't think I've ever been this kind of melancholy, like, "Ugh,"
Right.
ever.
Yeah.
It got worse this year, I
Yeah.
believe.
Well,
I
that's what my
could
friend
see
was
it
saying this weekend.
progressively changing, but this year it really got worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I went on a great, wonderful trip. Part of me was really excited and happy, but the other part was like, oh, okay, we did that. So, and it felt like, well, why do you feel like that? Why are you reacting to this great, wonderful lifetime experience, but you're just like, man,
Yeah.
I did a thing, so it's okay. So I don't know.
I think it's something you have to validate and you've got to learn about. And but that's where I struggle all the time because a lot of things that they say help with like dementia and Alzheimer's, they say is bad for
Mhm.
cancer and other things. So then it's like,
Which one do you pick? I don't know. Jesus, tell me, Lord, pick it.
shit.
Right?
Do I just
Right?
flip flop 3 months on, 3 months off?
I don't know. I think about like, biblical times or like early life. They only lived to like 40
Yeah.
and enjoyed the best years of their life. So I don't know if we want to go back to that, but
Yeah.
maybe the science is finally catching up to relive to 80 and 90
Right.
now versus 50.
Right.
Everybody did.
And I feel like too, like, well, not to get too, but you could do everything right. You could still get cancer. You could still get hit by a
Right.
car. You could still. So it's kind of
Absolutely.
like you want to have I think the quality of life comes back.
Yeah.
I want to be able, when my kids start having kids, I want to be healthy and I can play with them and be happy
Mhm.
and have the
Mhm.
energy and not feel miserable or
Mhm.
feel exhausted
Or have to fake it.
or
Like,
fake it. Yeah. Like I want to make sure that and I think too, sometimes you probably have to check on your friends.
yes.
Like my one friend this weekend surprised me because I feel like she's always social and doing something I didn't even
Mhm.
think. And that wasn't the case at all. And I guess I kind of overlooked that. And so I feel like sometimes you have to like, hey, is everything all right? And some people aren't going to share with
Yeah.
you or they don't even know what's wrong with them.
That's true.
Like, I don't know what's wrong because, like, it's new. If you don't have a group you're talking to
Mhm.
about it
Mhm.
and you just don't have any motivation, you might just think you're having a bad day. So,
That's true. Or you're going through depression or
yeah.
withdrawals or something. I don't know. But I am very grateful that we all kind of check on each other. We do talk about it. There is, if I'm really serious about, okay, I don't want to have insurance to pay for the doctor, I can get with our friend who has a functional health specialist, go to her. It's going to cost me out of pocket money, but that out of pocket money, I think will be worth what I feel like afterwards.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm going to do something this
I
year.
think it's a real thing and
It
people
is.
downplay the perimenopause and it's a huge thing. Suicidal rates in women in menopause is like 40% higher than women.
I
So,
can
like,
see that.
our emotional up and down, it's validated, but I think it doesn't give us an excuse
Yeah.
to not figure it out and not share with, like, your especially if you have a partner. They've gotta know what you're struggling
Yeah.
through. You can't just be yelling and angry and shitty and then that because I'm sure dude's not thinking about it.
No, he's not. He's like, what the hell is wrong with her? She's being
She's being a
crazy
bitch. Like, he's
today.
not even thinking about it. So I think it's
Yeah.
something you've gotta be, like, proactive.
And you got to advocate for yourself
Yeah.
because for years I've been telling this physician,
And I keep telling
lady,
you to get a second.
I want this. Why can't we have why can't you just test me and
Yeah.
tell me what my levels are? And she absolutely flat out refuses. And so this year when I went, I said, that's it. I'm going to find somebody else. I
Yeah.
can't keep doing
I
it.
think just like you said, look at your levels. Maybe there isn't anything wrong with your levels.
They
But
were
what if
just
they're
crazy.
so bad? Well, yeah. But what if they're so bad that it's actually harming you?
Yeah.
Like,
And it could be. It absolutely could be.
it's fair to at least look.
Yes, you're right. So this year,
And we're already
we got
halfway
the
through the
lady.
year, Tiffany.
Okay, but I got the lady and I got
Halfway through.
my
It's June.
insurance squared away, my private insurance.
It's June.
I'm gonna call her today. I'm gonna call the insurance people today to get her assigned to me.
There
And
you
then
go.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm
Good.
doing it today.
Good.
All right, guys. So what do y'all think about this subject? Menopause, perimenopause. Are you going through it or not? If you know somebody who is, are you checking on them? Please share this episode with them and like it and subscribe and give us 5 stars. And until next time, we hope y'all are having an amazing day. Bye, guys.
Bye.